see. I need a number 5 that's gonna work. If this one doesn't work, that one works. That one works. If it makes you happy. Okay. Let's hope I don't ruin my drawing. Ooh. I'm nervous. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, it's not so bad, I guess. It's not so bad, but I'm like stressing out, like almost having a panic attack over here. Which leads to my next point. Make sure you have your sketch right before you start coloring. And don't rush. I was rushing because I didn't want these videos to be forever long, but they still are super long, so whatever. Tearing me apart. Okay. Wow. That wasn't too bad. So now we're gonna go ahead and go in with the white pen, like the one that actually works. And we're gonna fill in everything white to make it even whiter. And of course in Photoshop I'll be able to highlight it even more for my prints. So these pens don't work exactly the way I would want them to work. Like, but they are good, dude. Like, I definitely recommend using these, and it's cool because they go over everything. Like, Daddy does watercolor, and he kept talking about highlighting, and I told him to use these pens. He bought them. I don't know if he's used them yet, but then he was telling me that some watercolor artist that he follows uses these also. So I'm pretty sure you can use these pens on any medium. Ever since I discovered them, because, you know, I'm the Christopher Columbus of Michaels. They definitely have changed my life, because I used to, like, any little white parts on my drawings was left white, and now, and there were some parts where I would mess up and kind of go over, and there was no way in like making them white. I did use white out once or twice in some parts that were like, it was very important for it to be white. But then I don't know, whiteout tends to like get all nasty, if you know what I mean. So then I looked into getting white markers, and then I found these white pens. Because clearly the white markers don't work, as you guys saw a while ago. Maybe I'm just not using them correctly. But I mean, this pen right here, I definitely like. You do need to like give it another coat, because it looks a little grungy, which I don't mind, but I'm pretty sure some people out there will. Just as long as you get the visual that these circles are white and they look white, that's all that matters to me. But if you like zoom in, you can see a bunch of like weirdness, I guess you could call it. These circles definitely made the eyes look different. Without these circles, the eyes did not look as bright as I always pretty much intend to do. But dang, Dora. So they're making a Dora the Explorer movie. Live action. And I've never been a fan of Dora. I mean, I did like watch her, like my nieces would play it or whatever. So I definitely knew the show. Whatever. You know, I just sat there and watched it alone. But this live action looks pretty good. And since Damn Daniel is so 2000 who knows when, I decided that for 2019, instead of Damn Daniel, it's gonna be Dang Dora. So it's gonna be like, dang Dora, dang. Since she's trying to be Lara Croft over there, it's gonna be Dora Croft. I'm pretty excited about the movie, actually. It looks pretty cool. Okay, so now we're done with that part of the eyes. I am gonna add another highlight to the eyes, like on the side. It doesn't need it. It does not need it. Or maybe I can do it on the inside. Like, it really doesn't need it. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I'll do... Should I? It doesn't need it. I think I'm just being lazy, that's why I don't want to do it. But I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be like down here. Or hold on. Like that. Yeah. I just gotta make sure that they match. Dude, that freaking cat gets on my nerves. How many times have I mentioned that I don't like cats? Oh, hell no. This pen better not even... Okay. I feel like this whole time I've been drawing this cat, I've been talking about how much I don't like cats. Which is ironic, right? Like, you would think if I'm gonna sit here and put this much effort into drawing a cat, I I must like cats, but nope, not even. Team dog all the way. Which takes me back to cat dog and how much cat got on my nerves. Winslow. Ooh, I couldn't stand Winslow. Do you remember Winslow? He got on my nerves. Did I wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Because I'm like irritated for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. So this one right here is too bright. I guess I'm down to my better demons. Now let's see if I can match the other side. Because that's kind of like a challenge. Hello? 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 So Daddy just called me, but he's not talking. I think he butt dialed me. Should we sit here and listen? See what he's got to say. I'm just gonna listen. Okay. Well, I guess he hung up. Whenever you're doing this white, like if you're working on black and you add too much, it's easy to remove. So those are little things I've discovered over time. So I'm just laying out the color right now. Then after it's dry, I'll go back and shape it. And see, I want it to be kind of parallel to each other, but at the same time it doesn't really matter, because whenever you get glows in the eyes, it's never, you know, it's never parallel to each other. Well, I shouldn't say never, but most of the time, like, it doesn't really make a difference. It still looks good. Okay. So now that that's done, I'm gonna let that dry. And we're gonna go ahead and add more color to the actual color of the eye. And I need a lime green. Well, I guess this is yellow green. We'll do this one then. So this is just gonna make the eye a little bit more colorful. to add more color to it. Celebrate us when we're gone. I don't know if you can tell, but it does add a little bit of more color to it. So that way, like, I feel like on camera the yellow and the green pretty much look the same. And I say that because whenever I was editing these videos, like, I could see like the yellow and the green just look the same, you know? So I'm trying to intensify the colors a little bit so that way they do look different, even though, you know, the picture that I take of my cat that gets shared, that you'll be able to tell the difference. As much as I try to get good lighting for these videos, like, colors never look the same as they do in person. Like this, all of this looks so much better in person than it does in the screen. I wish y'all could see it in person. If you guys ever come to one of my art shows that I might be attending in the future, I always have my originals so people can see the original artwork and not just a print. See, like the yellow, I need to intensify a lot more than the green, because the green looks green. And there is no really true way, or there's no really right way to do this. Like anything that I'm doing, I just do it. I do it to where I feel like it looks good. And then, yeah. One thing to always take into consideration when you're drawing or coloring, in my opinion, okay, everything I say is in my opinion, nothing is by a book, nothing is by, it's just my opinions, okay? Yet again, this is something that was told to me by one of my art teachers in high school. She told me to make sure to take breaks throughout the artwork. Always look away for a while and come back to it. Because every time you do that, you're going to see something you're not seeing in the moment. Do you know what I mean? Which makes total sense. Like, if you're staring at the same picture forever, you're not going to... You kind of get on in a groove of seeing what you're seeing. Versus if you step away or take a break, then you come back with like a fresh outlook, a fresh new pair of eyes to it. If that makes sense. So yeah, I'll be, and I do that whenever I like go to the restroom or go get some water. Like I'm taking breaks accordingly. Just, you know, do I have to get into detail about all that? Probably not, right? Y'all get it? Y'all get it or y'all get it? Just to realize. The more that I am getting to it being done, the more that it's tripping me out to stare at. And the whole world. Cause like, I feel like it's staring at me with not just two eyes. Yeah, right. Just I don't have my light purple. I feel like this one's gonna be too dark. I'm nervous about doing the eyelashes on this, because what if I ruin it? Like, I've worked so hard to ruin it with the eyelashes, which has happened, believe it or not. The eyelashes are the last thing I do, and sometimes I've thrown away drawings that people have never seen because I ruin them with the eyelashes. And it's always so sad to me to do that, because you sit here and work so hard on a video or on a drawing, and then you get to the last part and you ruin it. Like, what? It's heartbreaking. I would compare it to certain things, but I'm not going to, because then, yeah, that'll make me sound so great. So after I'm done with the eyes, I need to get into doing the whiskers also. The whiskers, it's just gonna be 3 on each side. 3 on each side. But I don't know if I want to make them light or if I want to make them very bold. So we'll see what I do or what I decide. I think I might need to do the whiskers before I do the eyelashes, because the eyelashes will overlap the whiskers, and you don't want to do, like, if you're drawing 2 lines, the one that you want to overlap usually is the one that is above the other one, if that makes sense. So if the whiskers are up, oh no, you know what? The eyelashes need to go on first because the whiskers overlap the eyelashes. Yep, never mind. Disregard what I just said. I need to highlight the, where's my highlighter? Or my eraser. I need to highlight the little star a little bit, like. Just so I don't have like a little bit of a highlight glare, if you will. Okay. And after doing that, we have to go in and trace the CGA. Because believe it or not, pen erases also. It doesn't come off completely, but it does lose color. Do you know what I mean? Like I think the eyes are dry. No, not really. Hold on. You empire, baby, just you and me. So that's how I remove some color. You just push onto it and then wipe off. If we fall. Or you can also use a napkin, like to remove a little bit of it so that way it doesn't smear. Even though sometimes when doing this you can smear it, so you gotta be careful. I'm gonna take a number 8 to outline the circles again. So that way they're a little bit more bold. And just be very careful. There are lines that if you mess up, you can fix. But there are also lines that if you mess up, you're pretty much done. And these are lines that I pretty much am done if I mess up, so I shouldn't even be talking. Because moving your mouth moves your hands. Believe it or not. And then my hands start shaking a little bit. I'm like all nervous, try not to ruin my drawing. So far, what do y'all think of these videos? Do y'all like them? Is this something y'all would like to continue to see? I mean, it is a lot of parts and it is very long and ain't nobody got time for them. I don't expect anybody to sit here and watch them. But for those of you that are watching them and following my little series, how do y'all like them? Is there anything you guys would want me to add to them? Like maybe have story time playing, which means me just talking stories, or give me some ideas, guys. Leave a comment below. Tell me what y'all want me to do in these videos apart from draw. If you guys want me to shut up, if I talk too much, if y'all want me to quit my singing career because I suck. Tell me has it changed? Tell me has it changed? Okay. So that part is done. I need a little break because my leg is falling asleep. This is how I'll be sitting over here. Just like this. So I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in a little bit, okay? So now we're going to do the lines in the eyes. Gotta make sure I have a pen that works right. And we're going to start with the top.